Have you ever wondered why are there 7 days in a week? Why not 5? Why not 10? Wouldn't 10 be a better number considering most months have 30 days? Why do we have 7 days, which makes it impossible to divide the number of days in a month or, for that matter, a year? If you haven't wondered yet, let's wonder now. Waiting for the weekend can often seem unbearable. A whole 5 days between each one. Having 7 days in a week has been the case for a very long time, and so people don't often stop to ask why. Most of the units that we divide our calendar with comes from natural astronomical cycles. An year is a time that the earth takes to revolve around the sun once. A month is approximately the time that it takes the moon to make a full circle around the earth, and a day is the time it takes for the earth to rotate about its own axis. But what about the week? There is no astronomical or natural phenomenon that happens once in 7 days. In spite of that, the whole world divides their calendars into 7 days. Some historians believe that the 7-day week is probably the oldest known human institution still functioning without a break. That makes the week a pretty strong idea. But hey, everything has to start from somewhere, and it has to have a reason, right? 7 is an odd choice for the number of days in a week, and it is not because it is not even. It is also a prime number, and we can't evenly divide it into the 365 days in a year. But 7 has been regarded as a significant number by countless cultures for thousands of years in religion, mythology, superstition, and folklore. The 7 deadly sins, the 7 virtues, the 7 days of creation, the 7 heavens, the 7 samurai, and the 7 chakras. It is 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 everywhere. NASA too planned 7 manned missions to the moon. Incidentally, the moon is where the story of the 7-day week begins. There are roughly, though not exactly, 12 moon cycles in a solar year. 12 is a convenient number for many reasons. 1. It is pretty small. 2. It's a number you can count on your fingers. And if you consider a circle which is 360 degrees, you can divide it by 12, which is handy if you want to divide the sky into 30-degree circles and make the zodiac. We have already discussed the zodiac and its importance to early humans in our Story of the Sky series, so you may want to revisit it if you have forgotten. Now, how many celestial objects did the early humans see in the sky? The 5 planets of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, which were visible to the naked eye. Just add the sun and the moon, and what do we get? The magical number 7 again. Although they believed that the objects rotated around us in those times, but we know better now. Now, the ancients arranged the ancient planets in order of their speeds, with the slowest moving Saturn to the fastest moving moon. Now, for the ancients, each of these planets represented a god who could influence the lives of us puny mortals. 7 planets, 7 gods, 7 days. Can you see where this is going? Except things are not in order yet. Around the 3rd century BC, Greek astrologers writing horoscopes in Egypt decided that each god was in charge for 1 hour at a time. So Saturn would rule for an hour, then Jupiter, Mars, and so on. But with 24 hours in a day and only 7 planets, the cycle would spill to the following day, each day moving 4 planets, and after the completion of the entire week, this would repeat starting from the 8th day. This is called the planetary week. And in this planetary week, each day was named after its first hour, or translated Saturn Day, Sun Day, Moon Day, Mars Day, Mercury Day.
minute.
That was sounding great until a second ago. But then Mars Day and Mercury Day don't sound like Tuesday and Wednesday. Now the planetary week and the days were adopted by the Romans and spread across its empire. As Christianity took central stage in Europe, days were realigned with Christian traditions and the first day of the working week was moved to Moon Day. I mean Monday, like it's today. Man, I love the moon, but man, do I hate moon days now. Now I can hear you asking, only 3 of these sound like their Latin roots. Now the Northern European people, they adopted the 7-day week and gave some of them their own versions by inserting some of their favorite gods within them. And by 1500 years ago, the 7-day week even reached India. And the names of the days in a week in Hindi are named for the same astronomical bodies and space gods as the Greek and Roman system. So, the 7-day week started to be used everywhere in the world. It is amazing how quickly and widely the 7-day week spread across the world in the footsteps of armies, traders, and religion. And we still use it today. Now, it's not just the planetary week that got adopted elsewhere. Other cultures had also 7-day weeks, but not originating from the planets. Ancient Jews in 500 BC had a 7-day week following the 7-day creation story in the Torah, which is the Hebrew Bible. 6 days of work and the 7th day for rest or Shabbat. So there is another reason why the number 7 was significant. And if you really want to uncover why the number 7 was significant, let's go back to the drawing board. Well, no, let us just go back to the moon. Now, a month on our calendar is the time it takes for the moon to go from full to crescent and back to full. And it conveniently and also coincidentally matches up with the time period of female menstruation cycles. The word menses comes from the Latin word menses, which means a month. Coincidentally, the word lunatic too comes from the Spanish word for the moon, which is luna. No, not Luna my cat, shoo! So all these factors contributed to the number 7 becoming a number that is still associated with luck and superstition. Those days, when they saw that there were 7 bodies that moved around us, perhaps they saw this as a sign. And there are 7 stars in the Big Dipper and 7 stars in the Orion. Of course, these numbers are just coincidences, but our minds love to insert meaning into these coincidences. And to some of the ancient humans, the universe seems to be screaming that 7 was special. Well, we know that they couldn't see far because there were 8 planets and this did not include the sun and the moon. Wait, don't get me started on Pluto, as I got to wrap up this video very soon. We orbit the sun and the moon is not a wandering goddess. It is just a piece of rock that got chucked out of Earth due to a collision and got stuck there. But by the time the humans figured all of this out, there were 7 days in a week and nobody felt the need to do something about it. Now just imagine, had the early humans knew about the 8 planets as we now do, or even 9 including Pluto, our work week would have been 9 days instead of 7. Ah, the horror! So, in hindsight, it was a good thing that they didn't know about good old Uranus and Neptune. Thank you both for hiding away. So let's continue to enjoy your weekend of 2 days. But remember, the moon day will be back. Unless someone can just get rid of the moon. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and share it so that more people can get to know what you now know. See you soon in yet another video. May the force of science be with you.